Greetings and welcome back once again to Big Bacon's Collection. Today we're going to be checking out the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Falcon and the Winter Soldier John Walker Captain America. Yes, this is actually him in the Captain America outfit as opposed to the mainline release US Agent outfit. Now I know the US Agent outfit was not quite screen accurate, so there were some definite color issues. This is, as far as I remember, the exact same mold as the US Agent. It's just painted in the Captain America colors from the show. I don't really remember all that much about this character in the show because in my mind he was a nothing. He was obsolete. Now, the actor, I thought, did an amazing job of portraying John Walker. That sort of a man torn between his duty and his own pride kind of thing. I don't think he was a well-written character, but this guy definitely did his best with what he was given. And the whole point all around was for us to end up hating him in the long run. So, as we always do, we're going to look at the accessory, and we're going to look at the figure, check the articulation, gear him up, and get him on the shelf. So, he did come with an alternate head. This is actually the alternate head, the unmasked version. The other head had the exact same head sculpt as the US Agent, except in blue with the silver highlighting. So I went with the more unique look, which was the actual unmasked head. So the other accessory he came with was the shield. Now, looking at the silver on this, you could tell it was cast in that cheap silver plastic. The one that's got the swirls that are just kind of part of the look. The one that looks like it's plastic. On top of that, we do have some red paint, which is not greatly done. You can see some bubbling along the edges. There's some color issues. Blue looks like it's actually done fairly well. Here's another case of how this red kind of didn't quite go right. So in the front we've got the cap shield similar to how it always looks. Let's see if I can, there we go. So that's the up. So we have the up. And even along here you can see in the reflection where it's bubbled. On the back, we've got the same mold as the strapped shield, but there is no straps in place. Instead, we have a C-clamp. And if you flip it, we have a peg. C-clamp, peg. So, let's move on to the figure. Okay, sculpt-wise, I think it's a good sculpt. It's very accurate to the look of the actor. Paint just seems a little bit off. Like he bit his lip or something, or maybe he's got a cold sore. The eyes, I think, are just a little bit way too bright. And we've got the hair, which they've tried to give it that dirty blonde look, which just ends up looking, well, dirty. As for the uniform, the bulk of it is blue. Got some red painted accent points, got some silver accent points. This is not a separate strap, this is part of the mold. So the silver is a little bit off center. The red on the body is not bad. Up here on the shoulder, we've got the US flag tampoed on there. The red on the arms is just, like you can see, it didn't go all the way into here. It's offline down here. The hands I mean, you got a lot of flesh tone where red should be. On this side, similar issues. I think it's because of how the different height is between the upper shoulder pad and that line. Probably made it a little hard for the line to stay centered. And on the fist hand, once again, now we've got red where skin tone should be. So, yay. The belt is a separate piece. But it does feel like it's glued into place somewhere. Or it could just be really tight on the body. Yeah, it's just really tight on there. So the upper body's got this slight texturing to it. It does carry down somewhat to the pants. We have a molded sidearm and holster. This does not come out because it is one separate or one whole mold. Boots, again, we have slight issues with the red paint. Not showing up in some areas, not being lined up properly in others. All in all, the red paint on this figure is just all over the place. Articulation-wise, you've got a double dumbbell joint in the head, which allows him to look up that far. And if you look, yeah, you can see the split between where the hair mold and the head mold is. Very nice. But he does look up fairly well. Looks down pretty good. Head rotates. Got some tilting. Arm hinges up to more than 90. Rotates all the way around. Bicep cuff for rotation. Double jointed pinless elbow comes up almost all the way. Hand rotates. Horizontal hinge on the left hand. Horizontal on the right hand. He has an ab crunch and not a torso cut, so he bends back that far. But it does leave a really unsightly bulge there. Bends forward that far. It's got a waist ball, or waist joint for rotation. No real front and back, no side to side. Leg kicks out that far. Forward that far. Side cuff for rotation. Double jointed pinless knee. Comes up that far. Just beyond 90. Which for a double jointed knee is not great. Boot cuff for rotation. Foot hinges back that far. Forward, really good. Front facing pin for rocker. So, with this C-clamp, you got a couple of options here. You can attach it to the forearm and allow him to carry it like cap. Or you can flip it to the peg and peg it into the hole on his back. Which is, I think, how this guy is going to be displayed. So let's figure out how we're going to get him standing. And there we have him. So what do you say we get him up on the shelf? And there he goes. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next time.